In comes 9 times Sydney to Hobart, Brindabella, tender driver, Neil Coon, driving the lifeboat. Everyone good? We'll fire it up. Start her up in a second. Shut that up. And away we go. Get all this going. It doesn't really need it, but fridge is on. VHF is on. EPIRBs. You guys got life jackets, 1, 2, and I got one somewhere here. That's probably yours now because it's pretty well brand new. So, alright, you want to hang on to that? Alrighty. Get rid of the rear stern lines. We'll get rid of the springs first, pass them up to Sandy, tie the rear lines together, and then just walk the bow line out and head south. It's a bit of a sort of jostling sea. We've had strong sou'easters for the last few days, so we will have a bit of a residual sou'easterly swell coming across our port quarter. But this boat doesn't mind going into the sea, so it's going to be fine as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, we'll just get out around the head here and start heading down the coast. We've just lash things down as best we can. A few little bits and pieces still falling off the dash there, but other than that, all the other bits and pieces are pretty well lashed down. Just got to keep an eye on our tinny for this trip and the trip back. That's our life raft. We've got the VHF, we've got an EPIRB, we've got life jackets, and we're basically saying goodbye to Kiama for this boat, taking it down the coast. How you going, Neil? All right?
Good, mate.
Beautiful. Thanks, mate. So it's pretty lumpy out here. We're just going to sit around 7 knots as we head down. It's not going to be the most comfortable trip I've ever done, but it's not bad. So we'll just flying along. I might back it off a little. 6 knots didn't seem to be much better actually. It was probably just getting pushed around a bit too much. 7.5 seems like we're sort of pushing into it, but not so hard that it's hurting the boat at all. So far, I think maybe we'll just sit at this, which is just sitting on about 2,600 revs. And we're just heading down the coast. That's Kiama. East Beach Caravan Park over there. Township of Kiama. What do you got to say about the 3-hour cruise, Fitzy?
I should have stayed in bed.
Ah, come on. This is what you live for, mate.
Getting too old for this shit.
knots. Driving sort of, we've got the swell coming over the port bow. It's not the most comfortable trip we've ever done, but we're getting there. It's supposed to ease off a little tomorrow, which will be good, and the thing about that is we'll be running with the swell. But we're not far off. We're probably down the, I think it's Greenwood Point, Bowen Peninsula. Then we run along the front there where it gets a bit like a washing machine. Although this is a bit like a washing machine here, so we'll see how we go. We'll just knock through that and then into the bay. We're probably halfway there now. And motor's purring along nicely and we're not pushing it. We had it up to like 9 knots, 10 knots. And no point, you know, it's not comfortable. So we're just looking at 7.5 knots. It's still not real comfortable, but you know, 7 knots puts us in there at a good time to do the transfer. So it's also good to load up this engine and give it a bit of a run, considering it's not had it for so long. Essentially it was put in the boat and then the boat just sat in the harbour for 20 years. So this is, you know, it'll just help those valves sleep a little bit better and whatever else. But we're only sitting on 2600 revs, which is more than enough anyway. And so are you, Fitzy. Yeah, we're just plodding along. The tender hasn't fallen off yet. And yeah, we'll just smash this out and get into the bay and then swap them over. Good, happy. Living the dream. Oh, I think I just lost Fitzy. That happens. Happens a lot actually. Still with us, Fitzy? Woohoo! How you going, lads?
Oh, fantastic.
This is called Point Perpendicular. Pretty creative bunch. People have named these points. This is the northern headland as you come into Jervis Bay. And we're making good enough time. 11:15, we should be down outside Currumbine Creek by about 12. It's high tide at 1, so that gives us plenty of time to juggle things, rearrange things to swap the boats over. This is a classic sort of washing machine type area here that you get a southeasterly swell like we've got at the moment, comes in, bashes against those rocks, comes back out. So you've got converging swells. It's a bit uncomfortable, but it's not the sort of one you want to bring your new friends out. You come straight out of beautiful calm Jervis Bay into a washing machine, and 9 times out of 10 they all get seasick. So probably head south if you want to go somewhere without making your friends crook. And if you do go south from here, it's about 30 or 40 miles down to another beautiful little harbour known as Ulladulla. Quite often get a lot of rock climbers climb up and down here, and it's not unusual as you come through to see someone hanging off a cliff. Yeah, so we're just going to go and poke our nose in and try and pick up a courtesy mooring inside the creek, which means we get in an hour before the top of the tide. Gives us enough time to muck around to get Tondi out right when the tide's just running out, and then we don't have any issues with this boat. And we're just trying to work out what this muscle boat's doing. He was cruising, now he's just stopped. Anyway, yeah, so we'll just go around and in and see how we go. So we're going in there to Huskus. Yeah, so we're on the lead coming into Simo's Charters, and we're just making our way in. Hello, Tondi. Well done, lads. Thank you. It's hard filming and driving at the same time. So here we are. We're inside Currumbula Creek. We've done the nasty part. Now we're just going to let this drop away and push us with the current and the wind back so we can pick up that stern mooring, and then we can adjust the turn. That way we don't get our hands dirty, and it's all very civilised.
The only thing is, we don't know how we're going to get over to it now, and we'll just...
Yeah, we might have to...
blow.
We're going to get close. Yeah. Fitzy, get the boat hook and pick up that mooring behind you when you get a chance, mate. I might give him a hand now.
Yeah.
Just take your time, don't fall overboard. Take your time. Pick her up. When you're right, we'll run this line through it. You run this rope through there. That through there. Now we have control. We got it, Neil. Just thrown all our gear here. Neil's making his way back to Stinky, where Fitzy is getting the last of the bits and pieces. Bring them on here. Stow this really, really roughly. Get it back outside on the high tide. Then go and have some lunch at the pub or the RSL, and then go over to Hole in the Wall for the night and tidy this up and make it seaworthy so that everything's stowed, ready to go. There you go.
How's the VV?
Very good, very best.
So what's the plan? You're going to get much mooring?
Well, basically, high tide was at 1:15. It's 1:45 now, but we've got the overrun, so we've still got current coming in. We're going to wait till that stops. As soon as we notice current coming the other way, we're going to use that to our advantage by we'll let go of the bow, go reverse, and the prop walk will tend to push the stern over the top of the lines here, and it'll allow the bow to sort of swing out, and then hopefully the current will pick it up, start dragging it around, and then we just motor away and turn starboard, hard starboard, chuck the stern line off and go. But we just, with the amount of wind blowing this way at the moment, we really need the current to be able to swing us, otherwise we're just going to get pushed sideways all the way up the creek, which is not good when you've only got 1.5 boat lengths to turn around.
What time do we think it's
Well, officially it's 1:15, but here it'll be like 2:15 probably. The other thing we could do is chuck it like a line out with an anchor on it to drag the bow around, but I think we'll just be able to use the current.
I'll put it in my mouth and swim out with the big fins on and pull you around.
Swim over on the beach there. We've got 125 metres of rope. Yeah, we'll just swim it over there and you can pull through.
All right, that's the
Boat only
plan.
weighs about 10 tonnes. Drop the bow. A little bit of reverse. Prop walks the nose around. Might have to drive it into the current a little bit until we get a bit of current on it, and then that'll push us around. Away we go. We drop this off, this stern line off as well. And then righto, so we just got off the mooring back there, and we're now chuffing out. There's not much room here in this channel, but we're just going to chuff outside. There's a courtesy mooring outside that we'll hop onto. Then we'll go and get old Stinky and put it on with Huskers in the morning.